我们注意到 EOS 网络风险投资公司 ENV 有承诺向 EOS EVM 和 GameFi 项目投资2000万美元，以促进 EOS 生态的繁荣发展和大规模的应用。GameFi 是 EOS EVM 生态建设扶持重点的一个赛道嘛？为什么会选择 GameFi？ 那除了 GameFi、ENV 就是 EOS 网络风险投资公司，还会青睐哪些有潜力的赛道呢？We noticed that the EOS Network Venture Capital has announced a commitment to invest $20 million in GameFi and EOS EVM projects to further grow EOS. Is GameFi a key track which have also supported in the EOS EVM ecosystem? Why do we choose GameFi? Besides GameFi, are there any other potential tracks ENV focuses on? GameFi is considered as a Web3 entrance to capture incremental users. How will EOS and EOS EVM deploy on GameFi?
All right, that's a good question. That's a long one, multi-part. I'll try to address them in separate parts. So yes, GameFi is a key track that is being supported, not just in EVM, but also native EOS. We see that essentially EOS is made for this. EOS is made for high throughput, low cost, extreme reliability. And when we look at the gaming sector, the barrier to entry to traditional gamers is quite low because they're already used to in-game digital assets. And so blockchain is a natural next step for them. One of the advantages with GameFi as well, and the movement and the shifts that we're seeing in the industry, is that traditional game studios, so AAA game studios and more indie game studios, have been working in the background to integrate blockchain functionality over the last couple of years. And they're now in a space where there have been enough examples, templates, so to speak, of how to integrate blockchain within your current game. And these game studios already have large user bases. They already have revenue generating models. And so they're able to bring those users onto, for example, our EVM or on native EOS in a way that is quite different from what we've seen in the past. What I mean by that is, outside of the financial incentives that are typically present and associated in blockchain in terms of financial alignment, there's also the underlying value of the game itself. And this is somewhat new. And so one of the things that we've been seeing in the space is that this summer is really positioning itself to be a GameFi summer. And we want to be present for that. We want to be ready for that. And so this is why the main two tracks that we're focusing on are GameFi and EVM within that first fund.
刚才说的这个问题其实包含了很多部分啦，会一段一段来解答。首先说 GameFi 是一条重点关注的赛道，这个确实不仅仅是 EVM， 也同样是在 EOS 本身这个区块链本身就是可以说是为 GameFi 而生的。它不仅拥有高吞吐量、非常低的 gas 费用和低的成本，以及非常高的可靠性。另外，对于游戏玩家来说，它可以说是天生的门槛比较低，游戏玩家已经熟悉了这种线上和链上这种虚拟形式的游戏模式，所以说区块链对于他们来说是非常自然而然的过渡到的接下来的一个平台。那在传统的3A 游戏厂商或者是一些传统的独立游戏公司，其实已经在开发一些链上游戏了。那在过去的几年间，已经跑通了一些模式，或者说已经建立了大量的例子和模板。而且这些游戏往往都已经聚集了大批玩家，而且也已经有了稳定的盈利模式，所以说可以增加在 EVM 上或者在原生的 EOS 上，给我们带来了前所未有的一个全新体验。在金融模式之外，游戏本身其实是有额外的，它来自游戏本身的底层价值的，所以这就是为什么我们可以很明显的看出，今年夏天应该就是一个 GameFi 的夏天，我们就想为此做好准备，我们也想深度参与到其中，所以这就是为什么目前我们最看重的2条赛道，一个是 GameFi， 一个是 EVM， 这可以说是我们第一个季度关注的重点。
I guess to continue along the side of the discussion, I guess the question, I believe one of the questions was why choose GameFi, and so I just answered that one. And the next one, and please correct me if there were more, was besides GameFi, any potential tracks? Currently, no. Currently, the focus is GameFi and EVM in terms of the first focus. We really want to have a focused approach to those investments and to the deployment of capital, as well as to the user onboarding and where we direct our general resources, because we see this is where the industry is going. Of course, there are likely other components of the market that will be interesting in 2023, but this is by far, from what we can tell, the single largest component. And in the past 3 years or so, EOS has not been, there was no foundation, so EOS was never able to really take advantage of, for example, 2 years ago, DeFi summer, last year, NFT summer, and we're not going to miss the boat around this summer. And so we're hyper focused on ensuring that when the new wave of users and when essentially the new wave of capital comes in, that we're ready with the supply, which I mentioned earlier, and we're able to address the demand so that we don't miss the boat this time around.
那还有问题的接下来的一部分是为什么选择 GameFi 这个赛道，以及还有没有其他正在关注的赛道？没有，我们目前没有关注到除了 GameFi 之外其他的赛道。现在至少在2023年的前半年，我们着重关注的就是 GameFi 和 EVM 这2块，因为一个是关注它整个这个赛道的方式应该如何提升，还有资金的部署啊，怎么获客啊，获得更多用户之后应该如何给他们做培训、做 onboarding 啊，还有一些资金的来源啊和资源的部署啊等等，这些都是我们在关注的方面。可以说在2023年，这个是关注的最大的一块市场了。在过去3年，我们 EOS 一直是没有基金会的，所以我们错过了 DeFi 的夏天，也错过了 NFT 的夏天，但是我们不会再错过 GameFi 的夏天了。我们会不断的带来新的用户，等到大批的新用户和新资金涌入的时候，要确保我们在供给方面已经做好了充足的准备，让供给能够非常完美的适配需求。